Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back with another video. So this time around we're going to be talking about the first trimester, uh, especially the week from week 4 all the way to week 14. Yeah, since I used to jot down how I was feeling, and I used to also check the app and all that, I figured, it's also good I share that part of my journey, so that now when we're getting back to the second trimester, you guys have an idea of how it was for me. Yeah, so let's get started. So I found out around week 4. I'm gonna be looking down because I have my notes right here. From week 4, I really didn't have anything specific going on. I found out through the fact that I spotted, and I never spot. So when I spotted, I decided to take a test, and it confirmed that I was pregnant. So nothing much changed during week 4. Week 5, I started getting bloated. Then I missed my period. I didn't really have appetite during that week. But the baby is it even a baby? It's still very small, so you're not really experiencing anything specific, So I think maybe some people do, but mine was neither here nor there. So I was still my normal self. Week 6, it got real. Week 6 is the one that hit me now, and I was like, okay, now I can tell there's something going on in my body. The first thing that hit me really, really bad was fatigue. Guys, there's the times that you say, oh, I'm so tired and I feel like I just need to sleep. And no, this is another level of fatigue. It's the kind of fatigue that I couldn't do anything. I could not do much. Like, I would just wake up, chill in bed, wondering, do I really have to wake up, or can I just stay in bed the whole day, or just go watch something. It was really, really serious. I think I don't know, there must be a word for that. It can't be fatigue. there has to be another word for it. So there was fatigue, there was a lot of dizziness. I had sore breasts around that time, like really sore, to a point that I didn't even really consider just walking without a bra, because it was really bad. So during this time, I decided to visit the doctor, because now it had been, let's say a week and a half since I had missed my period. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said that what we would do is that we would take a blood sample to check, how far along I was, to check, to do a scan for viability and dating. So a viability and dating scan is generally to see the womb, to see what's going on in the uterus, and to estimate when you got pregnant, like the date of conception and all that. Yeah, so that week went by. Then there was they took a blood sample and they did the scan, and all they could see was the sac. They couldn't see, they call it, is it a pole, or I'm not sure. They couldn't see the baby. So they just said, they could see a sac, but they couldn't see anything else. So I would have to go back again so that they could check and see exactly if there was any growth, and if the baby was growing. So after that, it's week 7. I'm gonna do week 7 and 8 together, because they were more or less the same. There was really not much change between week 7 and week 8. So it was a rough week. Like, even in my journal, I've written it, this is the roughest week ever. Guys, it was I have no words. Let me digress a bit. When you hear someone saying that they're pregnant, and you're like, oh, congratulations, and I'm so happy for you, and yay, we're gonna have a baby, you never really think about the process. All you are is happy, and yeah, it's a happy time, but you never think about it in detail. And I felt so lied to by everybody else who I knew had gotten pregnant before, because they never tell you, you're never ready. You're never ready to go through that. And there are people, let me say this first, there are people who have a very easy first trimester. So let me not say that it's tough on everyone, but mine, I'm talking about my experience. It was really tough, and I kept wondering, why wasn't I why wasn't I warned that it can get this bad, So week 7 I couldn't eat. For some reason, my pregnancy during the first trimester came with just all kind of food aversions. I couldn't stomach meat, I couldn't stomach sausages, which are my favorites. I couldn't stomach any junk. I couldn't stomach rice, ugali, nothing. Guys, I was living on fruits, just fruits. Okay, fruits and noodles. Noodles saved my life. Like I usually see them when I'm walking in the supermarket and I'm like, you guys, you got my back. Thank you, because they really came through for me. All I could have was noodles and frankfurters. So I would just boil them. Like, I just wanted boiled food. So I would boil the noodles, boil the frankfurters, and mix them up, and that's all I was eating. That and fruits. Thank God I actually didn't lose any weight. That's the plus side to it. My weight was just on a constant. I was at 57 kgs the whole time. So what else happened? The fatigue was still there. This fatigue was never ending. Like, there was no time I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, today I feel so good. I can try, go for swimming, or I was constantly fatigued. The peeing started. Like, I don't know. I don't even understand that. It's like 1 minute you're fine, and then the next your bladder becomes the size of a teaspoon. I like, to date I've never understood it, because even like the baby in quotes is not that big, so you can't say that like they're sitting on your bladder, but all of a sudden you're peeing back to back. Like, you can go to the washroom, pee, by the time you're leaving the washroom you have to pee again. So you can imagine that comes with, you really can't travel, because are you gonna be on a road trip, then you're telling guys, oh guys, we need to make a stop? No. I threw up this week. This was my first time throwing up during this pregnancy. I think I threw up like 3 to 4 times. I had a lot of saliva during this time. Like, it was like a stream that never stops flowing. I was so bloated. I looked like I was even 8 months in. Like, the bloating was real. It was so real, and there was nothing that could help me. I would wake up okay, but then by midday, Cynthia is bloated. Okay, that week ended, thank God. Week 7 and 8, it was so long, but finally it came to an end. Then there was week 9 and 10. By this time now you're around your 3rd month of pregnancy. So I was extremely hormonal. I was crying at everything. I would see a cat and start crying. Okay, I always cry when I see a cat because I love them and they're so cute. But I was just crying at anything. I remember there's a day I wanted some maziwa mala fermented milk, and I went. We left the house and went shopping, and we came back and I forgot. I had forgotten to get it, and guys, I cried so much, and I was so sad. So I was really hormonal these 2 weeks. I had extreme fatigue going on. I still didn't have appetite, and at this point now I couldn't even stomach the smell of food, the smell of cologne, perfume, anything, even air freshener. Guys, if you came to my house during that time, you would just have to use the washroom and leave it like that, because I could not take it. There was no way I was going to be exposed to it. So even most of my throwing up would mostly happen because I smelled something, not because I ate anything or because it would just come up in the morning, like morning sickness. I would throw up anytime if I had, just a whiff of something. I just didn't like, especially onions, garlic, and now those strong scents. I just couldn't hack that. I couldn't. Then now let's go to during week 9 and 10. Now they say that the baby's body parts are intact and they're the size of a pecan. Yeah, so at least at this point now the baby has grown a bit, and like there's something. It's not like the other weeks where it's just, I don't know, the size of, I think, a grain of rice, honestly. But we were growing, and thank God we were making through, we were making it through all this, and I was pushing through, even though I was feeling like a total mess. I had a lot of backache also. Guys, my back, okay, my back has been pretty bad throughout, but during this first trimester, it was really, really bad. Like every time we would sit down somewhere, if you're next to me, you would have to start rubbing my back immediately. I would just be like, hey, you know, guys, it's time, it's time, it's time. All the time. So my back was really aching, and I wasn't working out so much. Maybe I would work out like once a week or twice, mostly because I was so fatigued. Like I could not manage to even lift my legs. The much I could do is just go to the washroom, go to the sitting room, you know, go to the bedroom, go to the doctors. So those 3 months were I was just mostly indoors. And I thank God that I had the opportunity to, you know, like go through it like that. Because guys, if I had maybe 8 to 5 or, you know, whatever our job, I don't know how working pregnant women do it, but I commend you guys, as in that employment lifestyle when you're pregnant is just, I don't know how you guys do it. And you know what, good job. Like, guys need to give you medals, you know, like you guys need to be recognized on billboards, because it's tough, it's so tough, and I commend you guys. Okay, so week 9 and 10 ended like that. Week 11 and 12 came. The fatigue reduced a bit here. I wasn't feeling so bad. Actually, this was mostly week 11, 12, and 13. No, things got a bit better. I was feeling fatigued, but not that much. It wasn't so bad. So I got a bit of appetite back, but I only got appetite for vegetarian stuff, like a vegetarian pizza. I could still stomach noodles and my hot dogs. Fruits, I was eating a lot of fruits. What else? Yeah, I think that's prawns. I really loved prawns and fish fingers. Not any normal fish, just fish fingers. They had to be fish fingers. Yeah, so during this time, I needed a break so bad, and I was lucky enough to go for a small vacation to Mombasa, and I was so happy and I felt so good. So when we went, I couldn't really, you know, I was just vacationing in a very different way, you know, turning up and all that. But now all I could do was just sit there and swim a bit, and then by 6 I'm in bed. I wake up at like 7:30, go for dinner, come back, blackout because of the fatigue, but it was not so bad. So when we came back to Nairobi after the vacation, I went for a scan, and guys, I finally got to see my little bun, and I was so happy. I finally had a reason. Like I could envision myself having a baby. You know, before they had not seen anything, and I even hadn't had a heartbeat. But now I saw the baby and I had the heartbeat, and I think I even cried. I was so happy, and you know, I even called one of my friends and I was like, oh my God, I saw him or her. And that was just, it was the best day ever so far during this pregnancy, because I haven't gotten another chance to see them, him or her. I've not gotten a chance to see. So far, that's the image I have in my head, and it was just amazing. I loved it. So during this week, I started working out a bit more because I had a bit of energy to spare, and I was sleeping so much better. Yeah, so it ended really, really well. At least my fatigue and my, oh sorry, I always have gas, I'm sorry guys. At least my fatigue and my food aversions ended with my first trimester. Like, the women who are not fortunate enough to have that break, the women who go through the whole pregnancy, just back-to-back fatigue, nauseousness, dizziness, and I really thank God that I'm not one of those women. So yeah, I think that was mostly my first trimester. And I would say the thing that really changed the most about me is that I really used to love tight clothes before, but during this whole time I couldn't stand tight clothes, which was very strange. The morning sickness was not so bad. At least I would only throw up if I like smell something, which I now tried to really minimize, and it made things much more easier for me. Yeah guys, so I don't know what else you'd like to know about the first trimester. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to comment, DM me if you're going through it, and if you're pregnant, congratulations. Yeah, feel free to DM me, feel free to ask questions, because I know how it feels. I really had to go into Google and check it out, and wonder, is this normal? Yeah, so I'm gonna attach photos. I tried to take a few photos during that time, even though they're terrible, they're not the best. But I feel like it's also good for you guys to have a mental picture of maybe what I looked like during that time. So I'm gonna attach some photos of the different weeks. Yes, then in the next video, I'm gonna talk about part of my second trimester, which is probably gonna be maybe from week 14 to week 21, because I'm currently week 22. Then after that, I'm gonna try and do maybe a weekly update on, depending on what week I am, and even show you my bump, and you guys can ask questions, and you can ask me what you'd like to know, how I'm feeling, what I'm eating, all that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have questions, if you have anything you want to tell me, if you have a suggestion for a video, please feel free to comment and let me know on Instagram or here on YouTube. I would love that. Yeah, so please subscribe, like, and share with all your friends. Thank you so much. Bye.